All right, it's been 5 minutes. We're going to do it. Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. Guys, my name is not important. I'm your host. Hacks. $1.4 billion, if I remember correctly, hacked from Bybit over the weekend. That is the talk of the town, and the markets are bleeding because of it. Orchestrated? Maybe. We were starting to go up again. Things were looking green and looking good. And then we got hacked. Ruh-roh. Let's get into it. Bybit exchange hacked for over $1.4 billion in ETH-related tokens drained. Bybit stolen funds likely headed to crypto mixers next. Crypto startups can't just rely on solid tech to win VC funding. I pulled this article up because I've been talking about this. Why are we in a lull? Why are we paused? Good morning, D. Good morning, Cameron. If you were at the crypto event over the weekend where I was speaking, we touched on this. Why I think not a lot of new projects are being launched, not a lot of money and liquidity is being injected into the market right now. So that's kind of why I pulled up to see what that's all about. Moving on with the hack, guys. Bybit hackers may be behind Solana's meme coin scams as well, says Zach XBT. And the hack attributed to Lazarus Group moves funds to multiple wallets by, and I just burped, as Bybit offers bounty. Yeah, supposedly Bybit has filled their gap of Ethereum that got hacked through loans. I know Binance being one of them, things like that. Guys, let's go to the market. Housekeeping, guys. If you do enjoy the content provided for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please, by all means, like the video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. Subscribe to the channel if you are on YouTube, please. It helps. And share the video and the live stream on all of your social platforms. Tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your dad, tell your cat, tell your dog, tell the goldfish that we're getting everybody in crypto. We're going to try to help them make money. And we're getting them educated. On top of that, guys, if learning how to trade better, learning how to trade crypto or traditional stuff is of an interest to you guys, by all means, click on the link pinned in the chat. That is to the Pip Connect Discord. That is Andy Peters' personal Discord, with about 1,000 of us in there, all helping each other get early calls, eyes on the market, gain financial literacy. God, it is a Monday, isn't it? Whew. Yeah, basically just a community of people that are trying to learn how to become financially savvy, guys, and get out of the rat race, become better traders, become better investors, etc., etc. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, guys, please click on the link. It'll take you to the paywall. If you have any questions about that, reach out to myself or Andy. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you and see if the Pip Connect is a right fit for you. If it's not, that's okay. No big deal. Shake hands, part as friends. Yeah. Slow start this morning, guys. No one on Facebook. Not even one person. Wild. Super sad day in the boring crypto world. Guys, we're going to go through that top 100 per usual. See what the winners or losers are. Probably a lot of losers today. But starting off, current market right now sitting at 3.1 trillion, 1.38% down from yesterday. Bitcoin dumps going back up, 61.1%. ETH dumps 10.4%, and basically zero Gwei will get you that ETH transaction, 0.7 Gwei. I've never seen it this low, I don't think. Fear and greed sitting at 40, still at neutral. Which is why, guys, this whole quote unquote bull cycle, if we're even still in one, because I'm starting to question it, is different than anything I've ever experienced. Bitcoin is holding steady. 95K is like super strong support, and the altcoins are being absolutely massacred. Good morning, Eddie. So yeah, let's go to that top 100. See what our movers are. Bitcoin down 0.35%. ETH taking a hit, 4.68 to the downside. XRP 3.38 to the downside. See if there's any huge losers. Solana still bleeding off, 6.51%. Link down 6.35%. HBAR showing green this morning. You're holding H-bar. Looking strong. That's actually not bad. 4.68 C upside for H-bar. I'm looking for big losers, guys. If there's any like big dips this morning. No, 3s, 5s, 6s, 7s, things like that. 7.22 for Arbitrum. 7.29 for Stacks, downside. Woof. There you go. Radium taking a huge hit. Why? I think this still has to do with the Libra stuff. 27.81% to downside for Radium, guys. Unless they're just selling off their own shit. And Axie Infinity coming in at your 100 spot. 5.85 to the downside. Guys, that is your top 100. It is a bloodbath. Oh, not a fun morning. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is rough. But being cliche as hell, be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. The money is made when there's blood in the streets. These are not bad levels to start scaling in. I'm not saying deploy all of your capital, guys. Don't do what I do. No, I deployed all of my capital over almost 2 years ago. Just start scaling in. If you guys have been looking at projects, look, excuse me, you'll hear Andy and myself talk about this quite a lot. This is a mindset thing. This is a mindset game in all reality, guys. The most successful investors in the world understand that when stuff looks nasty like this, now's the time to start buying. And I know it sucks. I know you're terrified. Oh my God, it might go lower. And it might. And it probably could. But here is your silver lining of that. That is why you scale in. You just don't start dumping capital. Set buy orders. If that makes sense, right? So as it's on its way down, like let's say you have, we'll use an arbitrary number. Let's say you have $1,000 you want to deploy into XRP. Okay. This is all hypothetical. So it's now at $2.47. Okay, so do 10% now. Do 20% if it dumps another 10 or 15%. Do 40% of that, so on and so forth, as it goes down, to where you're basically averaging your entry point. I hope that makes sense. I know I'm probably not making. I had a rough night last night, guys. If you don't know me, I've got a lot of back and neck issues. Something I've been dealing with for years and years and years, and it's just getting worse. And last night, I was up all night with excruciating migraines and nausea and things like that from my neck. So I don't sleep. So here I am this morning, feeling like I'm hungover, trying to figure out how to get a good show to you guys. Anyways, guys, that's your top 100. Let's get to the charts. No one cares about that stuff. So here's what I'll say about Bitcoin. Weird. 95K is our support. If you've been watching this movie, if you've been watching me on this channel for quite some time, you'll know that 95K has been the biggest support level for everything. Anytime we have a big sell-off, we bounce right back up to it. We support, and then we go over. So here is the Bybit hack. We're breaking out of this descending channel that we've been in for a very long time. We were running up. All the altcoins were looking good. Everything was looking so good. And then, conveniently, there was a Bybit hack that put us all the way back in range. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's really hard for me to believe that this is all coincidental at this point. They're stomping on this price, in my opinion. For what reason, I don't know. They are stomping on the altcoin market. They're stomping on Bitcoin. Because they want to accumulate more would be the basic, obvious answer. Maybe there's something else more diabolical going on. I do not know. But anytime we start ticking up towards 100K, they shut this shit down. And then we come right back up to 95 and start ranging again. Point of control being that 95,924-ish, 95,848 level. Yep. I mean, that's what we're at, guys. That's what we're doing. Nothing has changed. But interestingly enough, we bounced off the bottom of that descending channel that I've been showing you guys. Let's go to like the 8 hour. And I'm almost thinking, like, looking at the 8 hour now, this descending channel isn't even really a thing anymore. This is just sideways consolidation. Here's your range, guys. That's all we're doing. And if you want to make this even tighter, not play the wicks. Look at that. 1, 2, wick, 3. Sideways movement, y'all. But this is what's so wild about this cycle, right? I know I'm moving slow today, guys, and I apologize. It's like trying to think and trying to move after not sleeping and dealing with what I'm dealing with is like moving through molasses. That's what's so weird about this cycle. Bitcoin is so steady. These swings from like 100K to 95K back and forth are not very volatile. They're not. For Bitcoin, it's just not. It is coiling. It is sideways action, which is basically what we've really been doing. I mean, this is very, very tight consolidation, which, like, look at these swings, which you've never really seen before. And that's why I think it's manipulated, but I'm sorry, I'm super all over the place. But that's what's so weird about the cycle. Bitcoin is super steady, and the alts are just being murdered. We've never seen this before. Usually when Bitcoin goes sideways, has always been a time for alts to fly off the handle. What does that mean for the space? I don't know, but this is different. This is very different, and we're all trying to figure it out and understand it. It's just reality. If anybody tells you they know exactly what's going on, they're full of shit. They've never seen this before. So, some food for thought, guys. Look, for Bitcoin, this is what we're looking at. Until something deviates from either this sideways action, descending channel, 95 to 100K, I'm not touching it. I'm not trading it. I'm not telling anyone to trade it. It's chopped, guys. You're going to get chopped up. That's it. That's all I've got. Morning, Brett. Good morning, Mr. Santos. It was a pleasure meeting you. Finally. In Nashville. Yeah. That's it. That's all I've got for Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin. Bitcom. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat before I move on to the news. Get you guys out of here. All right, no questions. All right, we're gonna move on, guys. Let's go to the news. Big hack over the weekend. Bybit Exchange hacked over 1.4 billion in ETH-related tokens, which is interesting because when this happened, they were saying it was ETH period. They weren't saying it was ETH-related tokens. This is interesting. A hacker took control of an ETH cold wallet on Bybit Exchange on February 21st, stealing over $1.4 billion in funds in the process. Cryptocurrency exchange Bybit has been hacked for over $1.4 billion in liquid staked ETH, mantle staked ETH, and other ERC20 tokens, according to on-chain security analyst Zach XBT, who spotted the incident shortly after it occurred. Following the exploit, the on-chain sleuth warned users to blacklist addresses associated with the hack. Bybit co-founder and CEO Ben Zhao confirmed the incident and provided an update on the security breach. Zhao confirmed that a transfer was made from the exchange's multi-sig wallet, which is wild, to a warm wallet approximately 1 hour prior. The CEO said the specific transaction was masked to appear legitimate, but contained malicious source code designed to alter smart contract logic. This is wild. So the rumor is they spoofed a smart contract and hacked a multi-sig wallet, which, look, I'm not the biggest tech guy by any stretch or measure. Honestly, I'm a tattooed ex-punk band emo screamo kid. I'm not that smart, nor am I that nerdy. But from my understanding, to spoof a smart contract and hack a multi-sig wallet, we're talking some wild stuff. Wild intelligence, or potentially quantum computing. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, moving on. Contain malicious source code designed to alter the smart contract logic of the wallet and siphon funds. Our reassured customers, please rest assured that all of your other cold wallets are secure. All withdrawals are normal. I will keep you guys posted as more develops. If any team can help us track the stolen funds, will be appreciated. Also, super crazy, intelligent group to hack to do something like that, or quantum computing, or it's an inside job, or they did it on purpose. Think about it. The market's dead. These guys aren't making as much money as they hoped to. Oh no, we got hacked. We lost $1.4 billion. Or we just made $1.4 billion. You be the judge. Moving on, the incident follows several high-profile hacks and security incidents through the 2024 to 2025 that left crypto exchanges drained of funds. Bybit is solvent, even if the hack loss is not recovered. All of the client's assets are one-to-one backed. We can cover this loss, Bybit CEO added in a separate post. In an X statement, the exchange assured customers that its cold wallets remain fully secure, adding that all client funds are safe and our operations continue as usual without any disruption. The price of ETH dropped by over 3% following the hack's confirmation, as the breach, among the largest in recent crypto history, sent shockwaves through the market. Uptick in security incidences and scams in February 2025. The crypto industry has experienced an uptick in hacks and scam-related activity in the first several weeks of February 2025. ZK Lend, a money market protocol on Starknet, was hacked on February 14th in an exploit that drained the protocol of $9.5 million. According to cybersecurity firm Cyvers, the malicious actor bridged the funds to Ethereum and the Railgun protocol in an attempt to launder them, but Railgun returned the stolen loot. Jupiter, Solana-based decentralized exchange, and former Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad both suffered a social media exploits on February 5th. In both incidences, the threat actors used a compromised accounts to promote fake meme coins. Eliza Labs founder Shaw Walters was another recent victim of a social media hack. The hacker took control of Walters' X account and began posting scam links. Walters said the hack occurred despite having two-factor security authentication on his X account. Guys, if you were at our little conference in Nashville this weekend, we spent a good amount of time talking about how to keep your wallets safe. If you guys have any questions about that, by all means ask. Moving on. Bybit stolen funds likely headed to Crypto Mixer next. If you guys aren't aware what mixers are, Tornado Cash, things like that, they basically spin your money through a bunch of different crazy wallets, sending it all over the place. To where it's almost untrackable. Based on past behavior, Lazarus Group could start using mixers to obfuscate. Is that a real word? Obfuscate the stolen funds. But it may prove more challenging this time due to the server volume of stolen assets. You think? Crypto stolen from the massive $1.4 billion hack of the Bybit crypto exchange is likely to be laundered through mixers as the hackers continue to attempt to obfuscate the transaction trail. If previous laundering patterns are followed, we might expect to see The use of Mixer's Next reported blockchain security firm Elliptic, which attributed the theft to North Korea's Lazarus Group, which was wild. So first it was the news came out that Lazarus and North Korea did this. And then there was a rumor that came out saying that literally like 2 or 3 hours later after the hack, North Korea was starting a Ethereum strategic reserve for 1.5 billion. I haven't seen anyone else talking about that, so maybe that was just a joke that was floating around on X. But how convenient if that's true. On February 21st, approximately 1.46 billion in crypto assets were stolen from the Dubai-based Bybit exchange, and the largest crypto heist of all time, dwarfing the hundreds of millions stolen from the Poly network hacked in 2021 and Ronin network hacked in 2022. Lazarus Group's laundering process typically follows a characteristic pattern, with the first step to exchange any stolen tokens for a native blockchain asset such as ETH, said Elliptic. In the February 23rd blog post, Elliptic said that Lazarus is now engaged in the second stage of laundering, which involves layering the stolen funds in order to attempt to conceal a transaction trail. The layering process can take many forms, including sending funds through large numbers of crypto wallets, moving funds to other chains using cross-chain bridges, switching between... Oh, I just got a message. It threw me off. Switching between different crypto assets using decentralized exchanges and using mixers such as Tornado Cash. Yep, so I just explained to you. Within 2 hours of the theft, stolen funds were sent to 50 different wallets, each holding approximately 10,000 ETH. Elliptic reported, adding that these are now being systematically emptied, with at least 10% of the stolen assets having moved from these wallets. Elliptic said that one service in particular has emerged as the major and willing facilitator of this laundering, refusing to block activity despite direct requests from Bybit. Elliptic alleges that since the hack, crypto assets stolen from Bybit worth tens of millions of dollars have been exchanged using EXCH, a crypto exchange notable for allowing users to swap crypto assets anonymously. However, on February 23rd, EXCH denied laundering money from the North Korean hacking collective. Lazarus Group successfully laundered over $200 million worth of stolen crypto between 2020 and 2023, primarily using mixers and peer-to-peer marketplaces, reported blockchain sleuth Zach XBT in 2024. However, Chainalysis reported a decline of funds sent to mixers by criminal groups such as Lazarus as they evolved to cross-chain bridges to clear their ill-gotten gains. Meanwhile, on February 24th, Bybit CEO Ben Zhao said the crypto exchange has fully replaced the $1.4 billion worth of ETH. God, I can't read right now, guys. The $1.4 billion worth of ETH that was hacked, and a new audited proof of reserve report will be published soon. Right. We're going to move this article to the end. We're going to finish up with the hack articles that I've got. Bybit hackers may be behind Solana meme coin scams. I wouldn't be surprised. Stop dumping money into memes that are coming off a pump.fun. Who cares if it runs to $1 billion market cap? You missed it. There's plenty of other projects and trades out there. The North Korea cybercrime unit may be behind some of the recent meme coin rug pulls on Solana. The Lazarus Group, the primary suspect behind the $1.4 billion Bybit hack, may also be linked to recent Solana meme coin scams, including rug pulls on the Pump.Fun platform. Weird. What did I just say? According to on-chain investigator Zach XBT, the crypto industry was rocked by the largest hack in history on February 21st when Bybit lost, we already know this, lost over $1.4 billion in liquid staked ETH, Mantle staked ETH, and other digital assets. Blockchain security firms, including Arkham Intelligence, have identified North Korea's Lazarus Group as the likely culprit behind the Bybit exploit. The same entity laundering the hacked Bybit funds may also be responsible for some of the recent meme coin launches on Solana's Pump.Fun, according to Zach XBT. On February 22nd, the attacker received $1.08 million from the Bybit hack to, and it gives a wallet address, I'm not reading it, who bridged USDC to Solana. Zach XBT wrote in a February 23rd Telegram post. The $1 million was then consolidated across multiple wallets on Solana, some of which had previous links to meme coin scams, the investigator added. I made 920 plus addresses receiving funds tied to the Bybit hack public and notice a person laundering for Lazarus Group previously launched meme coins via Pump.Fun, he said. On-chain findings from ZachXBT also revealed that the same Lazarus Group affiliated with wallets suspected in the Bybit hack were also behind a $29 million Femex hack in January. Solana plagued by meme coin scams. Scams. Meme coins, scams, rug pulls. I'm sorry. All right, Lazarus Group's connection to Solana's Pump.Fun platform is not surprising, you don't say, given the recent wave of meme coin scams on Solana blockchain. Look, I gotta be honest, if a meme coin rugs, I wouldn't really consider that a scam. Unpopular opinion. It's a freaking meme coin. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no rules to this. If I decide to pull the liquidity out from underneath a meme coin project that I started that has no use case, no utility, there's no point to it, is that really illegal? Is it bad practice? Absolutely. But would that make it a scam? No. Not necessarily, in my opinion. Investor sentiment took a hit after the rise and fall of Libra token, which was endorsed by our team. We know this. The project's insider allegedly siphoned over $107 million worth of liquidity in a rug pull, triggering 94% price collapse within hours and wiping out $4 billion in investor capital. The rate of monthly capital inflow into Solana and Solana's meme index turned to a monthly negative of 5.9%, according to Glassnode chart shared with Cointelegraph. Solana user activity is also in decline. I agree. The number of active addresses on the network fell to a weekly average of 9.5 million in February, down 40% from the 15.6 million active addresses in November. This marks a significant cool down for the blockchain, according to Crypto Vizart, a senior analyst at Glassnode. The analyst told Cointelegraph a significant cool down in Solana activity is evident. However, we are relatively higher than pre-bull market baseline. Agreed. Solana's advanced technology has attracted its fair share of bad actors and cases of insider corruption, despite the technology being neutral in itself. However, these issues may turn into a net positive for Solana's growth in the long term, according to a February 18th post from blockchain researcher Alo. I'm not sure I agree with that. So remember, back here, I'm on the chart, guys. Sorry. I'm on the Solana chart. Back here was the Libra scam. And I told you if we lost this area, like 168, 170, I was going to exit. I exited half my portfolio in Solana at this level. We kept bouncing off of it. Looked like I sold the bottom, and now we're dumping again. We just hit 155. We're bouncing. But my sell area is looking like resistance now. So we shall see if this continues to tick down. I don't know, man. I'm not saying Solana's done, but a lot of people aren't happy with it. Moving on, Lazarus Group moves funds to multiple wallets as Bybit offers bounty. All I care about I want to see what the bounty offer was. Recovering the stolen funds begins. Mudit Gupta, the chief information security officer at Polygon, said that roughly 43 million in stolen funds from the hack has already been recovered. With the help from the Mantle Seal and METH teams, Tether CEO Paulo Adroino added that the stablecoin issuer froze 181,000 USDT connected to the hack. Bybit also announced the bounty program awarded up to 10%. There you go, there it is. Bybit also announced a bounty program awarding up to 10% of the stolen funds valued up to $140 million to contributors who helped recover stolen funds from the infamous hack group. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of money out there for people that want to figure this out. So you got every nerd on the planet trying to track this down. The exchange garnered widespread praise from the industry executives for its communication in the wake of the security incident for keeping withdrawal requests open for customers during the crisis. Yep, they didn't shut it down. It got backed up on their withdrawals, but they kept it open. CEO Zhao was very transparent and accessible on X while this is going down. Ben Zhao, CEO of Bybit Exchange, announced that withdrawals have returned to normal pace after the platform processed all pending withdrawals that created congestion on the exchange following the hack. The CEO assured customers that they could withdraw any amount from the exchange without time delays or issues in a recent social media post. All right, guys, last but not least, and I'll let you go so you can stop listening to me sound like a slow robot. Why do I think Solana is done? Stefan, it's just getting bad. I don't think it's done. That's not the correct term, but I don't know. Look at it this way. How many times can something be put in bad light before people are just over it? There's a magnitude of other layer ones that are hitting the market. Injective, SWE, things like that don't have the bad rap of Solana. Think about, last cycle, Solana kept pausing their blockchain. Anytime stuff got weird, they kept pausing their blockchain, and they kept saying, well, later we found out that potentially that could have been when FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried were laundering money is when they'd paused the Solana blockchain. They were heavily connected. All right, so there's a big hit, number one. So when FTX collapsed, Solana fell to the ground. Agreed, and I'm not seeing a ton of Brett saying it seems like Solana's only appeal right now is memes. Agreed, I'm not seeing a lot of good utility products being built on it. The only one I know of personally that I'm like really behind is Pyth. So Stefan, to finish that off, so then they recovered, but that was the big like egg on their face, because they came out and launched Solana last cycle, and people that really cared about security were like, bro, your chain keeps going down. Every time it gets congested, every time anytime it gets busy, they pause the blockchain goes down. So it was kind of like the joke of the space, right? And what was the big thing on it last cycle? It was NFTs, because they were cheap to launch, cheap to mint. So then FTX collapses, Solana collapses with it, heavy ties to Sam Bankman-Fried and his VCs, and then it recovers. Well, now the whole meme coin cycle comes through. It's cheap, it's easy to launch, it's easy to mint. Transactions are cheap. But cheap isn't necessarily good, because cheap means less secure. And here we are again. The Libra thing, which is a super, super, super deep debacle, if you've been following it. Lots of big players that are involved with the Radium, that are involved with Jupiter, that are potentially connected to that scam. And then again, as soon as it looks like we're recovering, this kind of stuff starts happening. So it's just, I don't know, man. Solana's just plagued with bad news. And if I had millions and millions and millions of dollars, would I be dumping it into Solana? Probably not. I gotta be honest, I would probably be looking at like, dude, I don't want to be associated with all this nonsense. I would be looking at some other new layer ones that are coming up. Like I said, SWE, Injective, they're HBAR, or maybe even getting into the most secure, which is unfortunate too, because Cardano is actually the most decentralized layer one out there. It is the most secure layer one out there, but from what I know, it's complicated to build on, and I'm not that much of a nerd. I don't understand what so again, if you want safe and secure, ETH is your next best bet, but it's expensive. Outside of that, like I said, you're looking at Cardano, but supposedly it's hard to build on. Outside of that, you're looking at SWE and HBAR or Injective is what I'd be putting my money on. But there comes a time where if you have a bunch of money and you're a VC and you're looking to invest into a project or you're looking to invest in projects built on a certain layer one, I mean, how many times can you get a bad rap if you're like, all right, dude, this is never going to go anywhere. I don't want to be connected to all this nonsense. So I'm not saying it's done. That was a long-winded explanation. I'm saying it's done, but it's not feeling real secure right now. And Stefan, thanks for the star, brother. Appreciate it. All right, let's go. Crypto startups can't just rely on solid tech to win VC funding. So if you've been listening to me for a while, I've been saying, why are we paused? Why is nothing new being built? Usually during a bull cycle, you see a lot of new projects hitting the market every day, and everyone's talking about it. And the people that I follow, the things that I follow, the timelines, I guess, that I follow that put me on things like PAL and Desync and ZKML, they're not talking. These guys aren't talking about new projects, and I think it's because they're just not happening. And why do I think that's not happening? Because like I said, if you're a VC or a dev and you don't really have, you have the most suspected crypto-friendly administration in office right now, why start building and investing into a project with the chance that you could be doing it wrong and you have to roll back everything and do it correctly with the new administration and the new rules that might come out? Or even worse, you do it all wrong and they come out with rules and regulations and you're against all of them, so they slap you with a lawsuit. Instead, you pump the brakes and you wait to see how everything shakes out and see what the new rules and regulations are going to be before you start dumping money into shit or a lot of time as a dev to build something. So I think that's why I pulled up this article. I think that might be what they're talking about in it. And that's kind of my hypothesis of why we're kind of stalled. Why are alts bleeding? That's a totally different animal of just psychology. I think people are just thinking that this whole thing's going to fall apart, so they're done. But Bitcoin's looking steady as shit. I don't know. OKX Ventures founder Jeff Wren told Cointelegraph that fund-worthy crypto startups are ones that combine solid tech with an ability to adjust as the market evolves. I agree. Crypto startups need to have not only a strong tech infrastructure, but have the ability to read the market and pivot when needed. To be worthy of investments, according to the founder of OKX's investment arm. For founders looking to work with us, yes, your tech needs to be solid, but we're equally interested in how you adopt what users actually need. OKX Ventures' Jeff Wren told Cointelegraph in a recent interview. Some of the best partnerships came from teams who pitched us early, weren't quite ready, but came back stronger with solutions that perfectly matched where the market was heading. Well explained. VC funding into crypto startups has fallen, I'm telling you guys, since the industry's record year in 2022, with only $10 billion invested across 1,940 deals in 2024, compared to $30.2 billion in 3,500 deals, according to PitchBook data. OKX invested more than $100 million in capital to fund 60 crypto startups in, that's 60, not 16. I know it sounded like 16. 60 crypto startups in 2024, with a particular focus on the Solana. Here you go, guys. What's the next pivot? If Solana goes to shit, everybody's over it, jump right to SWE. There you go. With particular focus on Solana, SWE, Aptos, and TON, and Bitcoin ecosystems. Wren said that first, that his firm analyzes market trends and users' needs through the OKX wallet to support the VC investment decisions. But when approached with an investment opportunity, Wren said OKX first considers whether it can integrate its wallet infrastructure to support and quote-unquote create value. This is reading really weird. I'm sorry. Whether it can integrate its wallet infrastructure to support and quote-unquote create value with those founders. Wren took Web3 games as an example, noting that OKX's wallet could assist a GameFi studio by facilitating the purchase of in-game assets or providing on-chain liquidity for them. If that's the case, we're happy to create a position within your project and connect you with our wallet, Wren said. That gives if you're looking at the the picture on the article. It gives OKX Ventures 24 investment review, gives a little rollout of their ecosystems that they're in. However, Ren noted that like many VCs, OKX has expanded its checklist for funding and is carefully vetting crypto startups through a range of analytic tools. Shi Kai Wei, founder of cryptocurrency-focused VC firm Longhash Ventures, told Cointelegraph last April that it has been harder to obtain venture capital funding this cycle compared to 2020-2021, where some startups received tens of millions of dollars while having a few team members, a white paper, and a few lofty promises. Vaporware startups, get them. Kira Warwick, founder of GameFi studio Illuvium, attested to this, telling Cointelegraph last April that VCs have since expanded their checklist and want to see gameplay, artists, developers, security audits, and more. Looking ahead, Ren said he was most excited about leveraging AI to improve the decentralized finance trading experience. He also sees opportunities in technology that moves intellectual property assets on-chain to investing in meme coin infrastructure. Why? And is confident that NFTs will eventually find their market fit. We'll see. But either way, my point is money's tightening up. Money's tightening up because the market is unsure right now. We don't know what this administration is going to do, what they're going to say, and we're really unsure with where the crypto space is going. Right. All right, guys, let's go to the charts one last time before I let you go. We are 46 minutes in. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Where are we at? We're exactly at the point of control. 95,844. What's US 30 looking like? Ooh, rolling over. Hitting that 43,782. I know a lot of people are trying to play this gap right now. Putting in sells, trying to get that gap. Close that gap, guys. Where's my pen? I need a pen. So right here, is your gap from over the weekend. And what usually happens is these gaps get filled, because people who close the market here don't like losing money here. So keep an eye for that. If we roll over, come back down to that gap, touch that gap, bounce off of 43.3, and then continue ranging or moving back up to where we were at, way up here, before we broke down from this triangle. Yep, that's it, guys. That's all I got for you this morning. Per usual, if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto Guys, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos on all your social platforms, tell your wife, tell your kids. If you guys are interested in becoming part of the Pip Connect Discord, please click on the link in the comments. If you have any questions about that, please reach out to myself or Andy Peters, and we will get you guys taken care of. But outside of that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. I am out of here.